Hello, this is Running Robert, and today we're going to be talking about the Geron Corporation GERN post ADCOM summary. Today is the 15th of March, 2024, and in the summary, we're going to be looking at the bullish and the very few bearish points from the summary. So, I generally follow small cap pharma, I do games, I do a little bit of everything. So, if you like what I'm doing, hey, please like and subscribe. It helps out a lot, and thank you. And if you were around for my pre-ADCOM video where I said, hey, buy it, awesome, and congratulations. So, my disclaimer is so many options. I do have calls for March and June at 250, puts for March. This was just in case it went south. So I, of course, was more heavier on the call side. So I'm going to make more money. The puts were more just, hey, so I don't lose anything. I'm an amateur investor, and any advice given should be followed by your own due diligence. And any information given is valid for today, the 15th of March, and the slideshow will not be updated. We will do a pre-PDUFA come June and a post. So we'll go ahead and get those videos out when we get closer. So, the flow of events. Let's put this in perspective for a little bit. Just look how the whole week went. So Monday, someone of course put a huge amount of $2 puts, and this was in the millions, which of course gave a lot of people pause because that was like, that's a very large bet. Someone probably knows something. At the same point, the FDA briefing document did not come out Monday. That is something that is very uncommon. I expected 3 days before. It ended up coming out Tuesday, and it was negative. There were a lot of issues, and some of them were legit, and that's why you have an ADCOM. However, some of them were very biased, and the one that stood out the most was complaining that patients weren't on a drug that was just approved. That one just stood out, that it just made the FDA position very petty, unfortunately. Like, there was not a lot behind it that they had to bring up something of, not a lot of patients were on this drug before, and they're like, well, this drug just got approved. It was a mess. But Thursday, the ADCOM, when is expected. The FDA presentation brought up some points. Most of them were overshadowed by them trying to move the goalpost, highlighting the key safety issues, which is what they're supposed to do, and not accepting upon the phase 3 results. So they agreed to this trial. And then they were like, well, I mean, it passed, but, we don't really like it now. It's different now. And I'm like, GERN did a good job at highlighting the key points, definitely blew a lot of holes in the FDA presentation. And then as the ADCOM panel started their discussion, it was very supportive, and that made me feel a whole lot better. So obviously a lot of the things that were brought up were, hey, these people already have safety issues that we're monitoring. So that safety is not really a big concern, which just, at that point, that overshadowed a lot. And of course, the FDA not accepting the agreed upon phase 3 results. Most of these are in academia with some treatment. So, they're working for a company that has phase 3 results. And if you pass it, you get to move on. So the panel was very supportive. So the end vote was 12-2 yes. There was one person I was definitely very surprised that they voted yes and not no. But hey, we'll take that. We'll take a 12-2 vote. So what's next? So Friday or today is going to be fun. So I do expect the stock to jump. So I am making this as a Thursday night. So it's currently at 340. I do expect some sell-off on Friday. So, and I put 90% there, not a 90% sell-off, but if you take 10 companies in the same situation as GERN, 9 of them are going to go to a high and then sell off through the day. That 10th one is going to do whatever the hell it wants. So general rule of thumb, I generally it's something that you can expect that you're going to win most of the time that you can get this sell-off. So I plan to pick up some daily puts options depending on the price and sell my calls. So my plan for tomorrow, very simple, sell all the calls. If the stock starts at something like 350 and the put options are not acceptable, I will not buy them. I'm not going to try to force anything, but I am going to look at, if the stock starts at 375 and those 350 puts are like $5, $10, $15, I'm probably going to buy some because I know that it's going to drop. So might not drop, but I might still be able to make a profit at some point. So what else are we looking at? So the company might look to use to raise cash ahead of the PDUFA. This is something that we have to be worried about. Obviously, the company does have enough cash now, and they have enough cash to do a good amount of selling into 2025. However, everyone is know that there's some things that we got to look at. So one, the recommendation is not binding. 12-2 is pretty good, not 100% binding. The FDA could also limit the label when the PDUFA comes on the 16th of June, which would limit the amount that they could sell. So again, There's still, unfortunately, ways for the FDA to be kind of petty about this, just because they got their asses handed to them for this one. So they might say, okay, you won, but we're going to make you pay. It's not professional, but we definitely sometimes see it if the FDA is doing something that they don't like. So, GERN's cleared the first hurdle. The company will move on to the PDUFA in June. Like I said, I will do a pre and post, just like I did with this ADCOM. So I do make this mention at 350, the market cap would be $2 billion. So there is some pause about how much more we could get before the PDUFA. So this is not me being bearish. This is me just being a realist. So I worry if sales can ramp up enough to justify the market cap or the label the FDA gives us. So that is something to watch if you're looking for if you're looking at this as a long-term investment. So 2 billion is a very large market cap. So, and I mean, that's really what you got to look at. So can they do it? Absolutely. But again, gives me a little bit of pause. I still plan to play with the PDUFA. Again, that's going to be an easy one. We're going to watch out the market and we're going to figure out what the best options to get and go from there. However, for today, hey, enjoy your win. It is a delicious win. It is making us lots of money. Nothing wrong with that. So enjoy it for today. So, and hopefully, like I said, we'll continue to get good news as we continue to go on. So I hope this helped kind of go over what is going to be going on. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.